your thoughts from the past minute or an hour ago? Have you ever considered how many thoughts actually run through your mind daily? There's too many to count. How do we release that load off our brains? Well, we communicate. It's healthy, and without it, we'll go insane. As you know, communication comes in many forms. I'm a talker. I love to talk. I probably talk in my sleep. And my phone is my best friend. I have it with me everywhere that I go. There's one thing I dislike about my cell phone. I have a habit of using my phone while I drive. Now, for the most part, that's not an issue for most people. Maybe because an accident wasn't involved while using the phone, or maybe complacency is to blame. Well, for whatever reason, it's wrong. Driving a vehicle while being distracted by a cell phone is dangerous. It can harm you and it can harm others. I'm considered to be a distracted driver. Distracted driving is driving while doing an activity that takes your attention away from driving. Distracted driving can increase the chance of a vehicle crash. According to Wikipedia, there are 6,800,000,000 mobile phones in the world. The total world population is over 7 billion people. That's almost one phone per person on Earth. In December 2012, more than 171 billion text messages were sent or received in the US alone. Now, there's not a calculated number on how many calls or texts that are made while driving. Considering the amount of phones, you can only imagine. I predict that if this distracted driving continues, then more lives will be lost. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, in 2012, 3,328 people were killed in crashes involving the distracted driver, compared to 3,360 in 2011. An additional 421,000 people were injured in motor vehicle crashes involving a distracted driver in 2012. A 9% increase from the 387,000 people injured in 2011. In 2011, nearly 1 in 5 crashes, or 17%, in which someone was injured, involved distracted driving. There's actions that have to be taken place. There's actions that have taken place to end this harmful act. I came across this article published by khou.com. In January, San Antonio joined 39 other Texas cities to establish an enhanced ordinance that cracked down on distracted driving. Since then, the San Antonio Police Department has handed out 1,800 warnings and more than 3,500 tickets for using a phone while driving. The National Service Council NSC, issued a public service announcement and implemented the month of April to be Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Drivers can sign a pledge agreeing to not use cell phones while driving in any way, including having a phone conversation, handheld or hands-free, and texting. By pledging, drivers are acknowledging that there is no safe way to use a cell phone and drive even with hands-free devices. Organizations are taking preventative steps to end distracted driving. The Texas EMS Trauma and Acute Care Foundation are providing tips and materials to implement pledge drives in local communities. A step-by-step guide is listed on their website to assist community members to create pledge drives. These drives will bring awareness to the dangers of distracted driving and encourage the teen and adult drivers to eliminate all distractions and focus on only driving. If not prevented and distracted driving continues, then more lives will be affected. The statistics will continue to rise. If distracted driving is prevented, then if distracted driving is prevented, then the fatality rate would decrease dramatically. If we take the proper steps and be aware of the harm in distracting driving, then this problem would vanish. Every time you're in your driver's seat, rethink about reaching for the phone or anything that will distract you. Anything that takes your mind or attention away from your driving is a distraction. Distracted driving can be prevented. The dangers that exist from driving while distracted will cease if drivers would only focus on driving. The phone or text isn't worth your life. Take the pledge, spread the word, practice safe driving, beware, it can happen to you. Save lives and drive safe. And this is my audience.